The only ink you cannot buy
is red ink.
is red ink.
This is how we live.
This is how we live.
We have all the freedoms we want.
We have all the freedoms we want.
But what we are missing is red ink.
But what we are missing is red ink.
The language to articulate our non-freedom.
The language to articulate our non-freedom.
The way we are taught to speak about freedom.
The way we are taught to speak about freedom.
War on terror and so on.
War on terror and so on.
Falsifies freedom.
Falsifies freedom.
And this is what you are doing here.
And this is what you are doing here.
You are giving all of us red ink.
You are giving all of us red ink.
There is a danger. Don't fall in love with yourselves.
Don't fall in love with yourselves.
We have a nice time here.
We have a nice time here.
But remember, carnivals come cheap.
Remember, carnivals come cheap.
What matters is the day after.
What matters is the day after.
When we will have to return to normal lives.
When we will have to return to normal lives.
Will there be any changes then?
Will there be any changes then?
I don't want you to remember these days.
I don't want you to remember these days.
You know, like, oh, we were young, it was beautiful.
You know, like, oh, it was beautiful.
Remember that our basic message is.
Remember that our basic message is.
We are allowed to think about alternatives.
We are allowed to think about alternatives.
The taboo is broken.
The taboo is broken.
We do not live in the best possible world.
We do not live in the best possible world.
But there is a long road ahead.
But there is a long road ahead.
There are truly difficult questions.
There are truly difficult questions
that confront us.
that confront us.
We know what we do not want.
We know what we do not want.
But what do we want?
But what do we want?
What social organization can replace capitalism?
What social organization can replace capitalism?
What type of new leaders do we want?
What type of new leaders do we want?
Remember,
Remember,
the problem is not corruption or greed.
the problem is not corruption or greed.
The problem is the system.
The problem is the system.
Which pushes you to be corrupt. Beware not only of the enemies.
Beware not only of the enemies,
But also of false friends
but also of false friends
who are already working to dilute this process.
who are already working to dilute this process.
In the same way you get coffee without caffeine.
In the same way you get coffee without caffeine,
Beer without alcohol.
beer without alcohol,
Ice cream without fat.
ice cream without fat.
They will try to make this Marriage agency.
Mic check.
Mic check. Mic check.